Welcome to the John Heinz National Wildlife Refuge at Tinicum, part of a nationwide system of over 500 refuges. It's one of the most urban wildlife refuges in the nation. Established by Congress in 1972 as a result of widespread grassroots support, the refuge is located in both Philadelphia and Delaware counties. When Congress established the refuge, it set three objectives. First, to conserve the integrity of Tinicum Marsh and its ecological communities. Second, to provide a site for environmental education. And finally, to create outdoor recreation opportunities which would be consistent with preservation of the marshes. Surrounded by highways, an international airport, industry, and high-density residential development, the refuge cradles within its boundaries a tiny remnant of a once vast wetland. Tinicum is Pennsylvania's largest remaining freshwater tidal marsh, comprising about 80% of this state's remaining coastal wetlands, and as such, it is part of the Delaware estuary. In a sense, many of us are neighbors of Tinicum, perhaps without realizing it. Rain that falls in Devon, Newtown Square, Broomall, Springfield, Lansdowne, or Clifton Heights flows into Darby Creek, then passes through Tinicum Marsh before reaching the Delaware River. The waters of Cobb's Creek journey southward through Bryn Mawr, Haverford, Upper Darby, Yeadon, and the western part of the city of Philadelphia before they too flow into Darby Creek and on through the marshes of Tinicum. We invite you to look closely as you walk Tinicum's dikes, roadsides, old fields, woodland edges, and boardwalks. Let's view some of the beauty to be encountered in the refuge at Tinicum, this treasure on our doorstep. During spring and fall migrations, birds by the thousands stop and rest in the marsh. The reason is simple. Delaware Bay, a major junction on the Atlantic Flyway, is the point at which many birds leave the coast and follow the Delaware River to inland nesting or resting sites. Urbanization, industry, and highway construction have eliminated most of the birds' former stopping areas. This refuge at Tinicum is a critical rest stop for migratory birds. 119 species of waterfowl and shorebirds have been recorded here, including pintails, black ducks, mallards, and green-winged teal. Over the years, naturalists have also logged 177 species of land birds, including thousands of mosquito-gobbling tree swallows, which nest here in boxes provided by refuge volunteers. But the refuge at Tinicum is more than birds. It's a microcosm of the whole realm of natural history that one could find in a freshwater tidal marsh. Tinicum is muskrats and their domed houses of reed. It's the golden hues of Jerusalem artichoke, cattails, inquisitive rabbits, and deer. Tinicum is a spring flock of blackbirds, flashing brilliant bars of red on their wings as they settle in large numbers on stands of tall reeds. It's a lovely silver-spotted skipper nectaring on thistle, elegant osprey, and swallowtail butterflies. Tinicum is red-tailed hawks, great egrets, arrowhead, and a year-round home to the majestic great blue heron. Tinicum is sandpipers searching the mudflats for a meal. It's Canada geese shepherding their downy young, and dew-coated spiderwebs at dawn. It's raccoons, foxes, a swarm of ladybugs on a warm January day, and 8 different species of turtles. The refuge at Tinicum Marsh is indeed a haven for wildlife, but to residents of the Delaware Valley, it is much, much more. Indeed, Tinicum Marsh may easily be considered a treasure chest, providing priceless economic benefits to all. Did you know, for instance, that every day, the plants that grow in Tinicum's waters act as a valuable water purifier, removing tons of nitrates, phosphates, and ammonia from Darby Creek's waters? Exchanging these chemicals for tons of life-giving oxygen which are released to both the air and the water? Did you know that during heavy rainstorms, the spongy soils of the Tinicum marshes can absorb up to 130,000 cubic yards of stormwater per acre? A fact which protects streamside homes and businesses from the full threat of flood damages, and that the marsh soils can continue to hold these floodwaters until periods of dry weather when they can be released slowly to replenish the water table? Did you know that some of the rain that falls in the Darby Creek watershed eventually makes its way to drinking water supplies in Gloucester County, New Jersey? This is because some of the surface water trickles down to a rock formation called an aquifer, which lies under Tinicum Marsh, sloping under the Delaware River towards New Jersey and the wells used by both private homes and businesses. Did you know that Tinicum Marsh and other wetlands along the Delaware River are a rich source of microscopic water organisms, which are a vital part of the food chain? Did you know that as wetlands are lost to development, both the commercial and sports fishing industries along the Delaware River and in the Delaware Bay are seriously threatened? Did you know that the Refuge at Tinicum is an outdoor classroom of unparalleled value, available to thousands of school teachers and students in the Delaware Valley? A place where they can personally observe mankind's place in nature and the interrelationship of land, air, water, and living things as they should be and as they've become. The Refuge at Tinicum offers opportunities for fishing, biking, canoeing, hiking, bird watching. Tinicum is an area of unsurpassed photographic opportunities. It is going on guided walks. And last but not least, it is a place where one can find solitude and food for the soul. Although these treasures on the Heinz Refuge have been set aside for all time by Congress, much remains to be done. The Friends of the Heinz Wildlife Refuge at Tinicum invite you to join them as they work side by side with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service staff, volunteers, and other partners to support the continuing restoration of wetlands that have been so badly misused in recent years. Join our fun as we help to maintain refuge trails, work on public education programs, and as we host special events, both on the refuge and off, help us spread the word that the refuge is the place to be and to be involved. We invite you to come and visit and to stay to volunteer at the Cusano Environmental Education Center on the Refuge. The center, constructed of environmentally friendly materials and designed to tread lightly on the land, provides residents of the Philadelphia area with a one-of-a-kind nature center and wetlands exhibit, showcasing Tinicum Marsh's natural and cultural history, indoor classrooms with laboratory facilities for students from kindergarten through college, a place to hold community meetings, events, and workshops, a chance to expand offerings of educational training and nature programs, a living marsh machine which will recycle all wastewater generated at the center, and a bookstore run by the Friends of the Refuge, proceeds from which will be used to expand programs and projects on the refuge. Countless people have sung Tinicum's praises, but probably no one has summed up the values of Tinicum Marsh better than former Interior Secretary Walter Hickel when he proposed that these lands be set aside as the nation's first environmental education center, saying, Tinicum Marsh, which is accessible to nearly 5 million urban dwellers, presents a unique opportunity for man to reverse his thoughtless destruction of a special treasure and to use his vision and understanding to restore land he has badly misused. It will give the Philadelphia urbanite an opportunity to observe in his own backyard the interrelationship of land, water, and living creatures. It will be clear evidence of America's pledge to recognize a new declaration of interdependence of man and nature. Those words were spoken over 25 years ago, but they ring true today. We invite you to become partners with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and the Friends, and to join us in our mission to protect, preserve, defend, and enhance this most treasured island of natural wonder set into a sea of urbanization.